Hey guys, on today's vlog, we've got Luke Smorgan from the multi-award winning company Transpire. We're going to talk about how to get to paying customers and cut out all the BS. Stay tuned.
You run a company called Transpire? Or run a company?
That's right.
Yep.
So, founded the business about 8 years ago. We were originally called B2 Cloud.
Yep.
Myself and my business partner Josh.
Yep.
We were just two young guys hustling, doing anything we can not to have to get a corporate job.
Yep.
So we were overnight digital experts. We
Yep.
were building out websites. We were running social media campaigns. We were designing ads. We were just doing anything we could to be able to make money working with large corporates.
Yep.
And be able to run our own business.
Yep.
We started to get into a lot of apps, so we got approached by someone saying, "Hey, can you guys build us an iPhone app?" And this is like back in 2010.
Wow.
Like iPhone.
Super early.
Like pre-Android.
Yeah.
Not that many people were even.
I think
using
they released
smartphones.
iPhone 3G and then it went 3GS or something to that effect. So
That's
really early.
Super early. Like had that in, it wasn't even an app store until the iPhone 3G.
Yeah.
So we built this app,
Yeah.
and like 100,000 people in Australia downloaded this app, which was sort of unheard of at the time.
Yep.
And Josh and I sort of looked at each other and thought, okay, the future of technology is going to be in mobile.
Yeah.
We looked at the market and saw that broad digital services, social media and others were becoming really crowded.
Yep.
And we didn't want to be in a business that was becoming heavily commoditized and a race to the bottom and cheapest prices. So we really focused B2 Cloud at the time on being an enterprise mobile app developer.
Yep.
And over the years, we've grown the team and we've grown and built the business completely organically.
Yep.
From the ground up, all based on a good business model and based on cash flow. So we've
Yep.
never taken a dollar of external investment or
Yep.
capital or loans, or really just built the business from the two of us.
I love that hustle.
Years,
Yeah, I love that hustle.
which I think a lot of that gets forgotten, especially in the startup world. There's a lot of glorification of going and raising funds and talking about huge rounds that are being raised, which is great for some businesses, but I think it's really important for for entrepreneurs to not get too caught up in the world of startups and unicorns and capital raises, and I think you need to think bigger and think of yourself, you're a business.
Mm-hmm.
And startup is just a phase, and it's one you want to get out of as quickly as possible. And so the way that we did that was really to focus on getting paying customers.
Yep.
So, everything that we did every day was how could we offer services that get paid, that we could present as being valuable offerings to our customers. And that enabled us to actually use our networks, get introductions, and work with some pretty incredible companies. So
very cool. I like the truth that you speak.
I think we've got, in the Australian market, although again we're smaller, we've got a lot of large companies with deep pockets and a willingness to actually work with startups or new businesses.
Yep.
I think that's probably been a shift over the last 5, 7, 10 years. Where we're certainly seeing now as Transpire. We work with large telcos, with energy companies, with airlines. So really some of the largest companies in Australia. And typically they would only engage huge consulting groups, huge multinational companies to provide services for them.
Yep.
But over the last few years, they've seen the value that actually working with small, nimble companies can help provide, and are much more willing to be able to work with them. There's still challenges, like the procurement process can still be really challenging.
Sure.
But there are inroads that are happening, and I think companies are maturing in trying to reduce the amount of effort and workload to be able to work with small businesses. There are new laws that have been put in place recently about working with small businesses and having fair contracts. We're seeing governments trying to reduce the burden of putting out tenders and making it more accessible to create a marketplace for small companies to come and win big government contracts and work with. So slowly that's shifting. So there is all opportunity for any, starting a business today is really pretty easy.
Pretty cheap as well, by the way.
Cheap and easy, right?
Yeah.
Like the barriers to entry to actually start something is
and to have
simple.
infrastructure around you. So like you look at G Suite, we're on G Suite, we're now paying hundreds of dollars a month. But I run my personal family domain on G Suite and it's $5 for the inbox.
Right.
And I have Word, like I have the Google
Docs
Docs
and calendar
Sheets
and
and calendar. The whole infrastructure there. So long as I'm connected to the net, I have a pretty good start at $5 a month.
Super easy, right?
And I look super professional because my domain isn't at Gmail, it's...
Exactly. And then you've got, a whole great community, especially in Melbourne. So you've got Creative Cubes, you've got lots of other great co-working spaces, you've got infrastructure and a lot of focus around trying to help startups to get started.
Yep.
The focus really needs to be on cash flow and needs to be on finding paying customers as quickly as possible to help you sustain and grow your business.
Yep.
And it's great to get started, but then to grow and scale, I think a lot of companies still find really challenging. I mean, business is tough. Business is always going to be tough. It's a grind. You have to work hard, but you also have to. There's a lot of distractions, and I think the problem that can face all the energy, like you call it, like the Hollywood lights, is you can get attracted to the world and attracted to all the trappings that come around with running a business and the startup culture that's built over the last few years, and forget that actually you're trying to build a business, and in order to do that, you actually need to be sustainable and ideally profitable. So to understand your business model really well, to understand that there is a market and test really quickly if there is a market, and find paying customers who you can add value to. So I think that needs to be a really big focus. So we've managed to do that and grow. I've got about 40 staff now.
Great.
And we recently went through a rebrand about 6 months ago from B2 Cloud to Transpire. Need to be more reflective of the type of global business that we want to grow into, being a large professional digital services company that works with mostly large corporates and again well-funded startups. So the brand needed to evolve and grow as the business evolved and grew.
I like it, man. And honestly, this is the first time we've sat down, and I love the rawness, the fact that the camera's recording all of this. I like your real approach to it. Something that really resonates with me is the no BS and the straight to, hey, get to revenue fast, get to paying customers fast, and qualify if you have a business.
Again, it's super great to get some of that recognition, and I think that's it. Sometimes it's really hard to just to have, like, you need to have micro enjoyment out of actually running a business. There's as you know, and a lot of your community it's a ton of hard work. There is a lot of difficult conversations. There's a lot of rejection. There's a huge amount of barriers to actually being able to be successful. And I think we become really used to building a thick skin, and you need to certainly have a lot of resilience to be able to move through that and move past it. But then I think it's also easy to forget to actually celebrate the little wins as well. So it's nice to just take stock sometimes and celebrate a little award with the team. But again, the really important thing is you don't build a business as an individual, you build it as a great team.
Totally.
And one of the things we've been really focused on at Transpire is building a culture and a team of people who bring two components. So technical expertise will only get you halfway in the door with us, but you have to be a great cultural fit as well. So we only want people who are great at working in teams, who are prepared to adopt our mindset that we bring to our customers, which is challenging them and being able to come up with better solutions. One of the things we never wanted to build was just a yes man agency that responds to briefs and delivers to a piece of paper. So the types of customers that engage us, back to your sort of question before, are groups who have a lot of ambition. Typically they want to perhaps change something, do something new, create a new innovative product, and perhaps they've even become too big to be able to do that themselves internally. So they'll come and engage Transpire to help frame out and validate what is whether it's viable to go and build some new digital products to help connect with their customers better. And they will, so we've got a great user experience team that will help work with our customers at the early stage, and we'll do some user interviews, we'll do some prototypes, we'll do using sort of the human-centered design practice that IDEO made famous used to work for, really great ways of validating really quickly whether a product idea or business idea is worth pursuing. And then we've got a development team that can go and scale and grow that product, opening up new lines of either revenue for businesses or helping to deliver their products in new innovative ways that gives them a competitive advantage in their industry.
Very cool, man. So I'll tell you what we're going to do from here. I'm going to drop Luke's details, Transpire's details into the description below. That was a pretty good vlog, right? If you go to creativecubes.co/vlog, you're going to see hundreds, if not thousands more.